They are very fashionable Calvin Klein swimming trunks.
New Year's Eve, finishing off today with the bro sesh. Just gonna get a pump and then swim. Just borrowing my dad's trunks.
What are you laughing for?
It's better than doing it in my pants.
Yeah. Look at this, team. Look at this.
What,
Are you ready? He's like one of those, you know, like when you have toys and you squeeze them and they make noise. Look.
No,
It's like different areas do different things.
Ow. Well, that's okay. That's nice.
Okay. See?
No, I'm
We're
very
both aching
sore
like mad today.
I've trained more in the last 7 days than I have done the last month. Oh,
Pump, pump, pump it up.
I like the bright colours.
Called Vault, apparently.
Making a statement.
Yes.
PT Jeff.
Triceps dips.
Tricep dips.
Why are you waiting for the tea to boil? Come on. What?
Get involved.
Yeah, the
With
kettle's
PT
boiling.
Jeff.
You have to do tricep presses.
What am I doing wrong, Jeff?
Nothing. No, very good. That's right. Keep your head forward.
Okay.
Basically, you do this, and then you just hobble round,
We'll go.
and then just
Just wait.
push it in here.
You look like living the dream.
It's the last day of 2017. The last one.
I'm finishing it as I started it.
What?
In my nanos. 365 days.
You love those shoes.
Yes. If anyone has UK size 8.5 feet and they have a pair of nanos, nano 6s that are not worn out like mine, do let us know, because I will buy them off you.
Why? You just live in those ones.
Look at this, Jazz. Look at this. Look, toes starting to rip off. There is distinct lack of grip. Look, you can even see the plastic on this. I've worn through it so much. Rope climbs. Look, this side's even worse.
Living the good life full of good.
Life of a YouTuber. We plugged my battery in at the box yesterday. This has 1 bar. This is your fault though, Jazz, isn't it? Put your hand up if it's your fault. Still learning. Never argue with a woman. Wrap it.
I stay grounded as the
Bars. My eyes are on the gray sky, saying I don't want to come.
All the way. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just had to make sure that I could do that.
Home tonight.
Mission successful. Right, now it's time to train. The commercial gym is absolutely packed today. I've never been in here and it's been like so packed. There's like 1 bench. But today, bro muscles, but we're warming up. I saw Jacob Hepner. Jacob Hepner did this in one of his vlogs the other day, and I've been using it quite a lot for my warm-up. Today we're going to do some heavy dumbbell pressing, because to be honest in CrossFit we don't bench or use our chest that much. So warm up, we're doing Cuban presses. Cuban presses are great because you get end range depression of the shoulder, end range elevation of the shoulder, end range internal rotation, end range external rotation of the shoulder, and a press. You do it, you do a shrug, like you've got a barbell in your hand. You can do this with a barbell, but I prefer to do it with dumbbells just because you get a better range of motion and it's less awkward. End range, so you start with depression, start with your shoulders depressed, you elevate like you're shrugging the bar, you externally rotate fully and push. Internally rotate and back down. Yep. Strengthening those smaller muscles, getting them warm, getting those little muscles warm. Repeat it for like 15 reps. You need something super light. Don't go heavy with this at all. The movements put your shoulder in a very vulnerable position, but you are at full end ranges. So light weights, don't go heavy. Just get the blood to them. Get it, Aaron. Get it. Oh, CrossFit.
Oh, every time I get the pump, it feels like
Taking the 40s for a spin. Bodybuilding will always be a part of me. Can't lose it, can I? This is fun. This is training, right? I just love training. Training should be fun. If training isn't fun, then find something that engages you and makes it fun. You should want to train. Kind of fun doing bodybuilding sets. I think bodybuilding will always be a part of me. Bodybuilding for me was like a part of my life that I'll never regret, and it was like, it taught me a lot of things like discipline, strict strength, how to move properly, how to engage muscles properly, and like I think for me, honestly, that's been invaluable in coming over to CrossFit. I feel like being able to, and with the physio degree that I did at uni as well, I was like learning to move properly and what muscles do what. I feel like it's been such a key part in like my transition over into CrossFit. People are like, oh, do you think you could build as much? This is a question I get asked so many times. Do you think you could build the physique that you have now if you didn't do bodybuilding? And my answer is 100% yes. Like bodybuilding obviously for me was like, it was strict, it was to the point I had an aim. I wanted my delts to be bigger, I wanted my arms to be bigger, I wanted my chest to be bigger. And CrossFit is different. CrossFit is performance. But with performance and with strength increases, so say if you want a heavier clean and jerk, if you want a quicker Fran time, if you want to run a 5K quicker, if you want to do Murph better, the thing is like, that's all performance, and performance shapes a physique. Like when I used to come into the gym and do bodybuilding, it was just like I wanted to lift heavier, I wanted to engage the muscles more. It's the same thing when you go to CrossFit. You want to move better, you want to lift heavier, and you want to engage your muscles more. Am I making sense? Bodybuilding, if you want to build a physique, it says it in the title, bodybuilding.
Specific.
Yeah, but it's very specific. That's what you do. You build the body. But I think that I could still build exactly the same body just doing CrossFit. It just may take a little bit longer. And honestly, fitness for me now trumps aesthetics. I honestly believe like the feeling of being fit is totally 1,000 times better than the feeling of like when I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh yeah, my arm. That's been the biggest mental shift from me coming from bodybuilding to CrossFit. I used to look at myself in the mirror and be like, everything's wrong. Now I just look in the mirror and I'm like, this body is built to work. And that's why I feel like I'm heavier than I was when I was bodybuilding. I feel like my shape's better. And now I can run, I can bike, I can burpee, I can do whatever. But honestly, if you want to build a physique doing CrossFit that is aesthetic, you can do it. You just have to maybe chuck in bodybuilding sessions 2 or 3 times a week to work on the lagging areas that you want to build and be more specific to those. So say if your chest is a weak area, go in and do chest twice a week, but you can also do CrossFit alongside it, because the performance aspect of CrossFit is going to build an aesthetic body anyway. You look at CrossFitters all year round, they're lean all year round because you're pushing your body to your limit daily, whereas bodybuilders, they'll fluctuate in off-season, on-season, off-season, so they won't keep that and maintain that look year-round. I don't know, to answer that question, yes, you can build an aesthetic physique doing CrossFit. Look at all the CrossFitters that are out there. It's just, you'll build it in a different way. You'll build it in a more functional, like, fit way. The biggest thing to putting on muscle and building a physique is food and sleep. If you want to put on a lot of muscle, you need to eat a lot of food. And the training, especially with CrossFit, the high intensity that you're going to do, it's going to build the muscle. It's just part and parcel of it, with the heavy lifts that you're going to do, the back squats, like the clean and jerks, everything. And then you need a lot of sleep to recover. It's that simple. But then yeah, if you want to shape your physique, add in a couple of bodybuilding days a week and you'll be flying. That's like my honest opinion. I don't know where that came from, but hopefully you enjoyed that little rant. Do what you enjoy. If you enjoy building a physique and doing fitness and physique, do that. If you enjoy the feeling of fitness and pushing your body to the limit every day, find something that does that for you. Like, a lot of people disagree with CrossFit, and I'm an advocate of CrossFit. I think like it's the best thing in the world, but I know it's not for everyone. Like, find something that works for you, go out there and enjoy it every day and push yourself to your limit and don't quit. And if you end up not enjoying something, like I used to play football at a high level for most of my life until I was about 19 or 20.
In your life?
Like literally from 5 years old to 20 years old, I played football, and then like I got to a point where I just didn't enjoy it anymore, and then I found bodybuilding in the gym and a different way to push myself, and then from there I randomly fell into CrossFit. Like, just do what you enjoy and don't be afraid of what anyone else thinks. Okay. Get it, one more rep.
He's on his third set whilst I've been filming this.
That forehead vein. Those shoulders. Jazz's physique was built through CrossFit. And for a girl, those arms and those shoulders and those legs.
No.
So you can 100% build lean muscle. When people say you lose your gains doing CrossFit, it's a load of rubbish. I'm heavier than when I got into CrossFit. It's good to get a pump every once in a while. Just pump, 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 pump. Releases different endorphins to when you're like lying on the floor after CrossFit, like oh. Or after you've done a strength session, you're just like, my body's shot. We've done CrossFit now for 2 years. I'm heavier than I ever was.
That is ridiculous.
And I feel like, honestly,
Oh, it's so vascular.
I feel like I haven't lost my gains. Like people always say you lose your gains doing CrossFit. I'm like, you don't. I think now, like people that watch maybe can be like, oh yeah, maybe you don't. I don't know. It's just get a good pump. It's nice to have a good pump. I feel like my arms are unbelievably swole. It's nice to be back. You don't lose your gains doing CrossFit, people. Maybe slower to make gains because of the vast amounts of cardio you do, but you will perform better, be stronger, and the gains will come with the performance. Trust me on that one. Then every so often throw in an arm day and a chest day and just pump up the physique. Kill him.
Go to church.
I'm zooming in on your face. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, that grimace. Get it.
You're just making me laugh.
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to you on my watch.
Adam's now an international spy. We have Jazz, we have Jeff.
My phone's on charge upstairs at my friend's house. Oh.
Nice new t-shirt, Jeff.
God, you see what I found? Oh.
No, I'm in London.
Aaron.
Hello. Quite busy, but not too bad, no.
Hot kids, no. Hot quiz on Valentine law.
On Valentine law?
No.
Time.
Valentine.
We've been joined by Jeff.
Quiz.
What are we playing, Adam?
Speak up.
Speak up.
It's upside down.
It's upside down.
Speak up.
Cookie. Alright, I did that. Cookie is hard. Motley mixture of villains.
Lucky mixture of
Muttley.
Motley.
Upley.
Motley.
Spit it out.
Defend.
Defend.
Weekend.
Weekend.
Defend.
Defend.
Lee.
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 Ah. Defend.
Defense.
No.
Re.
Defend.
E.
Ethan.
Lee.
Lee.
Defend. Misunderstood vampires.
Difficult one, isn't it?
Defend. Misunderstood vampires. How hard is that?
Picky.
People.
Kill it. Kill it.
Picky.
Kill it.
1, 2. Last one. Oh,
Yeah.
10 years.
Yes, Jeff.
Oh.
Is it, which way is it?
Away from you.
Can I have it?
Heroes, don't act like heroes, don't treat me
like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not